This is a 1988 Mercedes 300 SL, and this is what it looks like underneath. This is what 40 years worth of dirt, grime and grease does to the underside of your car. However, with the use of dry ice blasting, we're able to blast off all the grease and grime, any previous protective coatings, to reveal the true condition of the underfloor of the car. So the initial preparation stage, the car's been outside, it's been cleaned with solvent-based degreasers and high-pressure steam to remove any loose contaminants from the time it's been on the road and small bits of the wax oil that were already on the car. So now we've got it up on the ramp, we can inspect it again, we've got the light, and yeah, we're about to proceed with our dry ice blasting treatment. So, you come over here, we've got our Coldjet PCS 60 dry ice cleaning machine. We're going to put the pellets into the machine and then propel them at very high pressure at the underside. And the instant sublimation effect that's going to happen is going to clean the underside for us. So yeah, let's get cracking. So the beauty of dry ice blasting is it doesn't matter the age, the mileage or the condition of the car, we're able to manipulate the size of the particles and the pressure in which we fire them at to reveal the true condition of your car at this moment in time. So we've now completed the ice blasting to the underfloor. So all of the underfloor and the suspension from where we could get access whilst the wheels are on has all been cleaned with the dry ice treatment. So the next stage is we've now suspended the car using our jacking beam on the ramp. We've removed the wheels, so now we can get really good access to the arches and other areas of the suspension we couldn't reach when the wheels are on. So yeah, now we're going to treat this with all the dry ice, clean up really nicely, and then we'll apply the anti-corrosion treatment on top when it's all done.
So to summarize, dry ice cleans all the material and the substrate to its original finish without using any chemicals or adding any moisture to the process. It prepares the surface to ideal condition for application of any anti-corrosion treatment or future coatings. It's not as powerful as sandblasting, so it doesn't remove corrosion. However, it cleans the corrosion or the surface rust to the point that can be addressed.
So we finished all the ice blasting to the suspension now, where we took the wheels off to get better access. We're now going to move on to the engine bay. So a very similar process, but again with the dry ice blasting, it sometimes gets mistaken for the sand blasting and that can be quite abrasive. But with the ice blasting, because we can manipulate the size of the particles and the pressure that we fire them at, even small areas like say here where we have the original factory stickers, these won't be damaged. We'll be able to clean over them and around them without removing them. So it's a very, very delicate process as and when we want it to be. So yeah, we'll carry on with the engine bay now and let's see the final results when we're done.
So we finished the dry ice blasting on this 1988 300 SL. So what we need to understand, the dry ice blasting is a great method of cleaning the car and exposing the true condition of the substrate. So it won't remove corrosion, it won't remove rust, however it will give you a good starting point to address those areas. But the beauty of the ice is actually it does remove the contamination all the way to the original substrate. So for example, you can see the lower suspension arm which has been blasted. We can still see the little bit of the surface rust, but at least we know the true condition of the suspension. Before we had applied some sort of the under seal, so it was very difficult to identify any areas of concern that could be addressed. So to summarize, everything is nice and clean. We are not going to apply any wax, any wax oil, for example, that will cover and mask these areas. We're going to apply the polymer-based resin, which is clear coating that is protected to seal all the finish and prevent the future deterioration and corrosion. So now you will see I'm going to apply the Nylic, which is the polymer-based resin. All these areas are clean. You can see some rust or actually surface corrosion. We are not going to paint it over with anything. We will apply the Nylic straight over it. So over the years, the customer can always keep an eye on it if it's getting any worse. Some of the parts already been replaced at some point, so the car actually is in really good condition. And I think the clear polymer-based resin as an anti-corrosion treatment will be perfect for this car. Especially the car is not going to be used every day, will be stored professionally in the car storage. So I think this will make the car look really good, fully protected, and will give the customer opportunity to keep an eye on all these components and address them in next 5 to 10 years if it needs to be.
So the dry ice blast work is now finished on this car. It's gone back outside to have its initial 55-stage preparation process we have here at Koenig's Detailing. So the car's now come inside. We've elevated it on the ramp. We've removed the wheels because they're going to go off to our partners in Andover to have the full powder coating refurbishment. And now I'm just proceeding with the mechanical decontamination phase. So what we have is our clay bar. You can already see I've gone around most of the car, all the contaminants that have been built up over the years on the car. So we just have our clay bar solution, and I'm just slowly running over the paintwork with it with mild pressure, just trying to remove all those final few bits of contamination. And then once this is complete, we'll begin with the multi-stage machine polishing process. So all the chemical and mechanical decontamination has been completed, and we've just started on the polishing. So here at Koenig's, what we do is we use the rotary machine polisher to remove all the deep scratches and swirls, and then there's an element of dehologramming, which we then use the dual action machine polisher for. So we're most of the way through the paint correction now. The majority of the car's been done. We're now just dealing with some of these smaller intricate areas. Some of them you won't even normally see. So we can see we have these sort of rubberized trims on the side of the door. And then underneath, so you can see there's this build-up of dirt on this edge. So obviously if the car's on the ground and you're stood above it, you're never going to see this, but that's not the point. So what I've got here is a polishing cloth with some heavy cutting compound on it. And what I'm going to do is just distribute it in the area and then rub it in. And this is going to clean that contamination that's been built up over the years. Now if I wipe off the excess of the compound, we can now see this area which has been cleaned in comparison to this area over here that still has to build up.
Hi guys, so the car is nearly finished. We have applied the Nylic, which is polymer-based resin. As you can see, It doesn't mask any surface corrosion, it just add nice shine to the finish. It is almost like a clear coat, so it doesn't cover any surface corrosion with thick greasy substance that very often traps the moisture. So actually it's a pretty good product. We have really good feedback from our customers, and that's exactly what we have used on this car. So as you can see, the difference between the starting point where all the suspension and the central tunnel, the underfloor has been really badly contaminated, covered in a previous anti-corrosion treatment, which was basically some sort of the wax-based product, which masked any corrosion and surfaced rust. So I think this is a good starting point for the customer to look after the car for the years to come. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. We are really pleased with the results.
So the car is now complete. It's in the handover bay, ready for the customer to collect it. So just to recap on what we've done the full multi-stage machine polishing, paint enhancement, ceramic coating. We've done the dry ice blasting to the engine bay, to the underfloor, the suspension. The wheels have gone away to our partners to be completely repowder coated, so they're all nicely refurbished and ceramic coated. The interior's had a nice little refresh. So that's now looking how it should be. And the car is now ready for the customer to collect it. We've sent him a short walk around video of all the progress from start to finish, so he knows exactly where the car started and where it is now. And yeah, we're waiting for him to come and collect it now, and I'm sure he'll be really pleased.